Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, agents out there. My name is Mounty Carl, and you're here on the Apex Report. And today we're going to go over a couple things. So go to your settings, and we're going to go over and slide that all the way over to audio. The first thing we're going to cover is your incoming voice. Now, EA has this cool technology that actually converts incoming voice to chat text. And this is really an accessibility issue where people who can't hear or are hard of hearing can go ahead and turn this on, and anybody talking in the regular voice chat will actually convert that over into a text that shows up on screen. So no more mouth breathers or anything like that. We'll cover a little bit more of that just a minute. So let's go ahead and hit your right bumper or left bumper or R2 or whatever it is and go over to a video. And you're going to notice field of view. And the default field of view is 70. And you're going to want to bump it up to 90. And I have seen a couple of issues where it does affect some things in the game, but it's not a huge issue. Like the more you can basically see, the less distance you're going to be able to see it at. So there's a couple trade-offs. I personally prefer a wider field of view, but let's go ahead and get into some of the other stuff as well for the gameplay. So interact prompt style, I leave this at default. It's a little bit easier. Basically, these are all settings that if you're new to the game, you should have. And if you're not new to the game and you know exactly what you need to do, these are things that you can go ahead and change that will actually be here. So this one here is actually, so floating and stacking for damage numbers. Now, you may notice that when you shoot somebody, you'll see like 10, 20, 50. Those are stacking numbers. That's a cumulative damage total. The floating total will actually be your individual bullet damage. So I would go ahead and set that to floating. Do not set it to stacking because it's very misleading. Because what's going to happen is that it's going to actually make it seem like you're doing 50 damage, but really what you're doing is you're doing 5 bullets of 10 damage each. So go ahead and do that. There's also a streamer mode, so you can go ahead if you're streaming and you don't want other people to show up. This is really it's not really that big of a deal. I would just leave it off. Basically, so now usage sharing. Now this is all of the data that while you're playing, you're sharing with EA. And if you want to disable it, that's up to you. If you want to enable it, keep it enabled. You're basically just going to share stuff with EA. It's not really that big of an issue, but if you don't want to share your information with EA, I would go ahead. And so here's the accessibility stuff I was talking about earlier with the audio. And this is what I would totally change and turn it on, because you don't want to listen to mouth breathers. You don't want to listen to some kid who has their mic auto open the whole time and is just like, and you can hear like their little brother screaming in the background. Just turn that on because it filters all of that crap out. And you can I've actually had this. I had this guy screaming into the mic for his kid to go to bed. So that's basically the best thing to do, is just leave it on. You can respond to the voice chat. And then if you hit the select button or the little 2 icon buttons, you can go ahead and go into the screen, see your last match summary. As you can see, my last match summary is placed top 3. I'm not doing too bad at this game. I only got 2 kills that game, which, you know, it's all right. But that's really what it is. And then you can hit your button here and see what the stuff of the day is. You can get your copyrighted Nintendo skin for this with the copyrighted Mega Man stuff. I'm pretty sure EA is going to have a little issue with that if Nintendo really has their way about it. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to go ahead and show you that stuff. That way you guys can go ahead and get an idea as to some of the settings that you should change and some of the things to make your life better. So if you like this video, go ahead, slap a like on it. And I almost forgot. Yeah, so in the shop, let me talk to you really quickly about this in the shop. Is basically there are alternate skins that you can get in the game, and the only way to get them is by owning 1 legendary skin and then using your legendary currency to actually buy a new skin. I think that this Wraith skin is one of the best in the game, and unfortunately I don't have the Void skin here that they have here, and I'm kind of upset about that because I have the other one. I have the Quarantine 477 skin, but I don't have the Void skin, and I'm kind of bummed because I would love the Airship Assassin skin. That's like, that would be cool. Like, I'm just like, Oh, that'd be awesome, you know. But I have the Quarantine, 722. I have the Quarantine 722, but I do not have the Void Specialist skin, which I think the Void Specialist skin looks okay, but the Airship Assassin looks super awesome, or Assailant, or whatever it is. That doesn't really matter. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead, slap a like on it, subscribe for more Apex stuff. We're going to have some weapons stuff for you in the future, and possibly some other, you know, we'll break down all the weapons and everything that you could possibly get. But until next time, thank you guys for watching, and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll catch you guys next time on the pause screen. Mountie out, unpause.